To those of you who was petitioning to get Bad Bunny removed from the NFL Super Bowl halftime show, well, baby, you can hang it up. You can forget about it. Just don't think about it. Because today, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, he said that they will not, I repeat, they will not be replacing Bad Bunny. He will be doing the show. So again, if you don't like it, it's so much easier for you to just watch something else. But let me remind you, Bad Bunny, he is an American citizen. Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. territory. So yeah, all that petitioning and signatures y'all got, baby, it didn't help, because NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, he said Bad Bunny will be performing. So hang it up, move on. I thought we were done with this conversation, but I'm glad he put the nail in the coffin and he said that their plans, hey, it stands, so y'all can forget about it.
Imagine getting thousands of people to sign a petition, and the NFL commissioner goes on camera and basically says, "I don't care." That petition had the same impact as yelling at the TV during a football game. Absolutely zero.
Remember when it was announced that Bad Bunny was going to be performing at the NFL Super Bowl halftime show for 2026? Well, baby, Bad Bunny has broken an NFL record yet again with the most likes for a halftime show teaser. Baby, he brought in 3 million likes in 7 hours. And also, remember, when MAGA threw a fit when it was announced that Bad Bunny was going to be performing at the NFL Super Bowl halftime show. Well, baby, we are getting closer and closer. And I got to put it out there one more time. I will be watching the Super Bowl halftime show starring Bad Bunny. Remember, MAGA, they wanted him deported. Well, baby, you cannot deport someone from Puerto Rico because they are also a part of the U.S. So MAGA, get ready to buckle up because, baby, he is going to be performing at that NFL Super Bowl halftime show because that NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, he said the performance will go on. Oh, well, MAGA. Maybe you guys will tune in, or maybe you won't, or maybe you plan on tuning in to the Turning Point USA show. But I think I'm going to stick with the NFL Super Bowl halftime show instead.
Nothing unites the internet faster than people trying to cancel something. Bad Bunny went from controversial pick to record breaker because outrage is the best marketing strategy money can't buy. 3 million likes in 7 hours. The haters did more promo than the NFL ever could.
We have some news right now. After Bad Bunny called out ICE at the Grammys last night, the MAGA boycott of the Super Bowl, which is in just less than a week, is growing fast to the point where Turning Point USA has now announced its alternative halftime show. Let's take a look at who's performing. You got Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. Those are the headlines for the alternative halftime show that Turning Point USA is putting on. It's even gotten to the point where Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, put out a statement saying that he wants the Department of Defense to play a role, somehow the official government Department of Defense to play a role in this alternative halftime show that Turning Point USA is putting on. At the same time, Bad Bunny's speech last night at the Grammys has gotten hundreds of millions of views worldwide, to the point where it completely overshadowed any alternative boycott that this MAGA crowd is doing. Pretty interesting stuff happening. Let me know what you think in the comments. Spread the word. And as always, follow along, stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. I'll have more to come soon.
So, let me get this timeline straight. Bad Bunny goes on stage at the Grammys and calls out ICE. The speech goes viral with hundreds of millions of views worldwide. And the response from the other side is to announce an alternative halftime show with Kid Rock and Gabby Barrett and get the Secretary of Defense involved. The actual Department of Defense, the people in charge of the military, they want a role in a counter halftime show because one artist spoke his mind at an award ceremony. And somehow, Bad Bunny's speech completely overshadowed the entire boycott.
Y'all taking this Bad Bunny stuff way too far, man. Is this a separate Super Bowl halftime show, bruh? Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bryce, Gabby Barrett, and it says the All-American halftime show? People not liking Bad Bunny performing because he speaks Spanish, but let's not forget where he's from. Benito Antonio Martinez, I can't say that last name, was born in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Last time I checked, bro, Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory. This man is a citizen, so what are we talking about? An All-American halftime show? This is ridiculous, bro. We are sitting here protesting halftime shows. I'm seeing planned walkouts over because a man speaks Spanish. Spanish is the second most spoken language in the U.S. What is the issue, bro? If you don't like his music, you ain't gotta watch it. Flip the channel. Why is we having separate halftime shows and calling the All-American shows when this man's clearly a U.S. citizen? But yeah, man, let me know what you guys are doing. You guys watching the All-American halftime show, or you guys watching Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show? Let me know, like, comment, most importantly, follow for more content.
He's making the simplest point in the world, and somehow it still needs to be said. Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. He is an American citizen. He holds an American passport. Spanish is the second most spoken language in this country, with over 40 million native speakers. And people are out here organizing separate halftime shows and calling them All-American, as if speaking Spanish disqualifies you from being American.
So I just got done watching the Bad Bunny halftime show with my MAGA family, and let me tell you, nobody is more pissed off than a bunch of white people that failed Spanish in high school. They kept saying that Bad Bunny was only chosen to make people angry and to spread hate as he walked off of the field to DTMF and a sign behind him that said the only thing more powerful than hate is love. 5 seconds into the show, they were complaining about how boring it was as kids ran around in front of it and screamed to the point that you couldn't hear the show. And yes, they did keep bringing up the Kid Rock halftime show alternative that probably sounded like hot garbage. And this is coming from a Michigander, so you know that my opinions on Kid Rock have some weight considering he claims to be from here. We don't claim him though. Obviously, Bad Bunny doesn't care, and he made a mention to all the people that were going to be upset with his appearance by saying, "Is this what you wanted?" and panning to Lady Gaga, who also started speaking Spanish and singing one of her songs that she's done with Bad Bunny. MAGA is good for one thing and one thing only, and that is complaining about things that make America great.
They said Bad Bunny was chosen to spread hate. And then he literally walked off the field with a sign that said the only thing more powerful than hate is love. You can't make this stuff up. The irony wrote itself in 2 languages.